Well, I don't think I'd ever say this. I didn't think there'd ever be a day where I thought Newcastle United, at least in my lifetime, would be competing for the Champions League. But it looks like this team is going to be pushing for the top four, particularly with Liverpool being so fucking shit this year. Looks like Newcastle are going to push for the Champions League, and they're in a good position. They beat Tottenham. They're looking unbelievable. They've only dropped one game this year, guys. And you know my position. I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm not a Newcastle fan. That's my buddy Carl's. He's a massive Newcastle fan. He's fucking loving life right now. But we're going to jump in this video. We're going to dissect it. Talk a little bit about Eddie Howe. Talk a little bit about Tottenham and where they're going to go. And just trying to dissect if Newcastle can actually pull it off this year. Can they finish in the top four? Who knows, man? It's a crazy fucking year. Who the fuck knows?
So just touching on from that intro, if you did not see it, Newcastle in the top four with a comfortable, all be said, it was a comfortable win against Tottenham, 2-1. These guys are in the top four. It's unbelievable. They were last year at this time. Hadn't won a game. Eddie Howe comes in. Flip side, a year on, they're in the top four. At least, for the time being, top four. Just mind the shit in this room. I'm currently holding some stuff for some people. They're going to come pick it up. Sometimes you got to hold some furniture from people from time to time, and they're going to pick it up. So just storing some crap, so just mind the crap. Getting back into the game. I just want to touch on one thing. Before I jump into Newcastle, and we're going to talk about how good they are, we need to touch Tottenham. Tottenham, they are going through some problems. Now, obviously, as a Liverpool fan, we got our own fucking problems, and that's a different kettle of fish. You've seen me talk about it enough, and we're going to make some more videos on that as the week goes on and what Liverpool can do to fix their issues. But Tottenham are very, very average at the moment. Antonio Conte is not getting it done. For whatever reason, his style, his method of play, his philosophy is not working with this team. We've seen in the past Conte get great success out of using 3-5-2-3 at the back, and converting that into 5 at the back when they defend. Great counter-attacking side, good at pressing the ball, winning the ball back, all that type of stuff. It's not working for Tottenham. Now, is it the current crop of players he has? I'm not so sure. They bought 8 to 9 players in the window. They had one of the biggest windows. They brought all these new players in, and it's not really working. Now, they're still in the top 4, let's not get crazy about it. I didn't think Tottenham would compete for the league anyway. I actually thought they'd be the closest to Liverpool and City, and as the fucking season's gone on, it doesn't even look like Liverpool's going to be close to them. But I thought that Tottenham would finish around about 3rd anyway. But it's just the style of play. It's the style of play. It doesn't look inspiring. It looks average. Their link-up play sometimes going forward is just abysmal, and their defense is lousy. The keeper's not very good either. I think Hugo Lloris is getting a little bit old, and it looks like his time is up. I know you can still be a good goalkeeper, but he's not a world-class quality goalkeeper, in my opinion, anymore. That's enough about Tottenham, because this ain't about them. This is about Newcastle and giving them all their plaudits and all their cherries. They deserve everything. They've been absolutely brilliant. Nothing short of brilliant. And you've got to give them more credit because of where they've come from. So if Man United were doing this, or, maybe a West Ham, if West Ham was sitting in 4th, you wouldn't be so stunned, because those teams have that capability. They do. They've got good players, and they've got a good pedigree. They've been good for a couple of seasons. Well, maybe not Man United. They've been a bit shit. My point is, nobody fucking saw this with Newcastle. That team last year, yes, they got better, but you were still looking at it going, and I still look at it and go, that's not a team that's anywhere near Europe. But what Eddie Howe is doing, he's giving the team confidence. He's motivating. They're playing great pressing football. They're attacking well, and they're getting the best out of these average players. Joe Linton, Almiron, even Callum Wilson. He's an all right player, but he's playing like a great striker. In the midfield, Bruno Guimaraes, absolutely unbelievable. He's going to be scouted by all the top clubs. I'm telling you now, Newcastle are going to have a fight on their hands. The likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, all those, the biggest names, PSG, I'm telling you, they're coming for this guy. Whether or not they can hold him, that's going to be the challenge. But absolutely brilliant. Defense has been great. Botman, Byrne, Trippier, they've been unbelievable. The goalkeeper's been unbelievable. And they're living in fairy tale land right now. And this is the beauty about teams like this. And this is why they're dangerous. Got to remember, they've got nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. So they can come into these games and they can take this on during the season, and they can just believe in themselves. They've got nothing to lose because nobody expected them to be there anyway. All the pressure's on Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham. It's all there. When you don't have the expectation to do it, you can play more free. And that's what's happening. Eddie Howe is allowing them to play with freedom, and they are just taking it. They're looking great. Can they continue this all year? I don't know. We've seen this many times before. I've seen it so many times before watching football my entire life. teams like even Arsenal in first position right now. We've seen so many times teams have great starts, and then as the season goes on, they kind of fall down and fall to where they usually are. But you have to give them credit, and they've got to ride this run. Like, if you're a Newcastle fan, you're going to fucking love it. It's unbelievable. I just wanted to touch on it, guys. It's one of these things where this season's kind of got a bit of magic to it, doesn't it? Obviously, City are at the top, and I think they will win the league, and I think we can all agree to that. But, you know, Arsenal being a little bit better this year, nobody expected that, or at least as good as they are. Newcastle playing brilliant, and nobody expected Liverpool to be so shit. Chelsea sacking Tuchel, and they're kind of, you know, just average side. Man United are a lot better than what they are. West Ham quite out there. It's a weird sort of season. And getting into the World Cup and then players coming back from the World Cup, it's gonna get even weirder because players will be injured, fatigued, and all this type of shit. But unbelievable. Just wanted to touch on it. Newcastle flying high. They've only lost one game. That was to a freak fucking goal from my boys Liverpool. And on another day, they probably could have won that game. So just want to touch on that, guys. What do you think? Do you think Newcastle can finish in the top 4? Do you think their magic run can continue? Or do you think they'll drop out and maybe fall a little bit further down the table as the season goes on? My personal opinion, I think they'll finish about 7th or 6th, which will still be fucking fantastic for a club that, again, has not played European football for a long, long time. If they finished in the Europa League, that is such a massive boost, particularly because of the trend that they want to go on. They've been bought out, and you just want to steadily get better. If they were to finish in Europe, their first season of being bought out, you'd ought to be happy with that. You'd have to be happy with that. So I'm going to tip them for about 7th or 6th. I think eventually their form will drop off, and maybe some players will get injured in that, but unbelievable right now. The fucking Toon Army will be firing. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one, and peace out. Take care.